Hi guys, this is Meg. We're finishing up the second full week of SuperBetter. Um, so far, honestly, my biggest challenge has been time, which I really didn't expect to run into while I was playing SuperBetter. Um, and it's been difficult for me to find time during the day to log on and update SuperBetter and check in with my allies. I've honestly found it really encouraging um, to be able to log on at the end of a long day and track my progress for the entire day. And I realize as I sit and look back over my day that there are situations that I handle differently. Um, I was able to respond to things in a different way than I typically would. I stopped and thought about things before making a decision, and it's honestly been, while it's been really challenging for me to not be able to track things as they happen and so sort of play the game continuously through the day, it has been really inspiring and really encouraging to be able to log in at the end of the day before I collapse and go to bed and say, I accomplished this. This is what I managed today. And then to have friends and family give me a comment and just say, good for you, or to like the fact that I used a power up that maybe I wasn't expecting to use. Um, it's really been really encouraging for me. Um, the power ups themselves have been pretty handy. Um, one of my favorites is actually the one of the micro exercises. Go outside and high five a tree. The first time I saw it, I thought it was the most hilarious task that I'd ever been given. Just so completely random. But I took myself out in my pajamas and jumped up and high fived the tree outside my apartment at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. And just the whole rest of the day, I felt really invigorated. And I've tried to make that a habit actually whenever I realize that I'm running out of energy or feeling really frustrated. On my way home, I pass a lot of trees. A lot of them have gotten some high fives that I'm sure they didn't expect. Um, Overall, I think SuperBetter is really helping me feel more confident that I can tackle some of the problems that I've been experiencing. Um, the the full plate diet power pack, for example, has taken all of those horrible, overwhelming charts and diet plans and medical advice that has been flying around in my head for years and made it very approachable. And I've been able to use it not just as a starting point, but really as a launching board. I'm not just easing into it with my health, with my concerns about diabetes and my insulin resistance. I really did try to make a straight up change. Um, and the full plate diet power pack produced a whole bunch of little quests, things that I could look at and tackle one at a time. And they came up perfectly in order for when I needed them. When I was wondering how I would manage to make something for dinner that night, I would look at a shopping list filled with 55 fiber rich foods, and the quest would say, go out and purchase 3 of them or 5 of them. And then when I came home, I had actual produce. I had real foods, and it was a sense of accomplishment that I really enjoyed and didn't expect to get from something so small as following a list. Um, that's where SuperBetter itself really has played a role, I think, where getting to look at my grocery shopping as a quest instead of a task that I have to plod through has really made just the experience of looking for produce at the grocery store really rewarding. Um, just to think about the intrinsic value of putting down that power up that I ate a meal with two fiber rich foods. It gives me something to look forward to, and it's an immediate reward as well as a reward on the screen when I activate that power up in SuperBetter. Um, One of the other things that I've really enjoyed about SuperBetter so far has been the ability for me to invite my real world friends to be my allies. And one of them in particular is now also playing the game, and getting the opportunity to play as her ally has been really fascinating for me to be able to switch back and forth between the two roles and see both different sides of the game. Um, Watching her activate her power ups encourages me to think back on my day and look at any power ups that maybe I forgot to activate. Um, or if I see a power up that she's created, like um, tea time, she created a power up to take a 5 minute break for a cup of tea. And I thought, why didn't I think of that? It's so simple. And it's been really great to get that sort of inspiration from somebody that I know in the real world and didn't really realize, despite the fact that we were really good friends, didn't really realize that her coping mechanisms and my coping mechanisms could cross and that maybe we could help each other out. We've both talked about how stressed we are, but neither of us had really shared any skills to this point. Um, and that's been really both inspiring and a lot of fun. I feel like I'm getting to know her even better than I already did. So far, so good. Um, Second full week at a close, starting week 3 tomorrow, and I expect even better things moving forward.